so excited to be here. Okay, I feel like I say that all the time when I always teach people like the wrong way to open up a video is like, hey, look at me, I'm on vacation. Hi, 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 hi. The best way to open up a video or a Facebook Live is to actually hook with what it is that you're giving somebody when they tune into it. So let me restart that. Hey, you guys, I'm really excited to show you how I adjust my moods so that I can really gain the momentum that I want in my business. And I'm hoping that this helps you live a better life and essentially have the bandwidth to be able to create more results in your life. So what am I talking about? So something that I think we hear a lot about in personal development is this thing like keep a gratitude journal. So I'm not going to gratitude journal you right now. What I am going to say is that first ask yourself, what is it that you want to create? So right now, just go in the comment section and just say, what's up for you right now? There's like all these to-do lists, but if there was a one priority that's a big priority for you right now, what is that? Go and put that in the comment section so I can see it. And it really helps me build out more content. So if you watch me on Coach with Shanda, I say this a lot. I'm like, share, be engaging in the comment section so that I can actually gain the insight on creating lives that actually make a difference for you. So what's your number one priority right now? Specifically, what's your number one priority? Is it creating more time for your friends and family? Is it creating more fun? Is it to create a retirement fund? Is it to build out a membership site? What is the number one priority that you have in your life right now? Now, ask yourself, I'm grabbing this because this is something I was taking notes for myself the other day. Ask yourself right now, what are you willing to give to create that? So what are you willing to give to create that? So some of the things that you might be willing to give to create that, like I'm willing to study. That's one of the ones that over the last 2 years especially, I have gotten really, really obsessed with fine tuning my calendar to spend at least 15 minutes of study time again, which by the way, when you add up a whole year, if I do Monday through Friday, 15 minutes, or even the weekends, it works out to be something like 4 days, 4 days, like 4 full days of study time around in a year around building out my business. So I don't talk a lot about social media because it's not the first thing that I think entrepreneurs should build on. I think the first thing they should do is build an email list and then start building out social media. However, as we have these larger platforms now on social media, I am studying more data, more insights, staying up on the algorithms, things like that on social media. And I got to tell you, it's a pain for me because it's not really what I want to be doing. And so the truth is, I'm having an aha moment while I'm saying this, is really I need to be hiring somebody to do that because I don't want to train entrepreneurs how to do social media. You know why? Because I don't think that we got into business, or most of us got into business to be marketing managers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why we feel like we have to learn TikTok. We need to learn Instagram. We need to learn Facebook. We need to learn all these things where instead you need to learn how to lead a Facebook Live. You need to figure out how to lead a virtual or live event. You need to figure out how to lead a sales conversation. You need to figure out how to lead the things in your life, even lead your teams so that you can have the freedom. Otherwise, you're going to be the marketing manager. You're going to be the accounting department. You're going to be your customer service. You're going to be your re-enrollment division. You're going to be your sales division. You're going to be your fulfillment division. Guess what? You're going to quit. And I don't want you to quit. I want you to create more bandwidth in your leadership and to look for the blind spots that prevent you from going all in your business, because at the end of the day, we don't want you to be so exhausted that you even can't physically go all in on your business. So who are my people right now who are borderline getting frustrated or you're exhausted? Say me, right? Borderline frustrated or a little exhausted, say me. And if you know somebody who is frustrated or exhausted right now, send them this live. Send them this live. Just hit the share button and send them this live. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's so critically important. It's so critically important that when we look at what are we giving to receive the results that we want or to build the results that we want, often I've noticed that many entrepreneurs are just they're endless givers, right? They're endless givers either because they're trying to save money, or they don't know how to lead a team, or they just love people so much that they're control freaks and they won't let anything go in their business. Who are my control freaks out there? Right? It's like, my control freaks, I love you. And many years of my life got sucked away because I felt like I couldn't release my customers or clients in the hands of other people because I was so busy. I built the business so fast that I was so busy leading the business and doing fulfillment and doing marketing and doing sales that it was really hard for me to get out from underneath the business to build. So I just want to encourage you as you're looking at, like, what do you want to create? So I love study time. And so as I'm studying social media right now, I like I said, I just had an aha that I should probably stop studying. I should stop studying social media because I don't want to teach any more entrepreneurs how to build it. I want to teach, and obviously I've been able to build it. I built great on Instagram. I've built great on Facebook. But it really comes down to how much time do I have in my calendar to lead on these platforms. And that's the aha I'm having, literally, for real. I just realized a blind spot that I really need to be spending more time on these platforms giving than I am studying how to manage them. So management was not the role I was going for. Leadership and helping you was. So is anybody having an aha right now? Like, what did you get into business for? What was the whole purpose of you getting into business? Was it to become a social media guru? Was it to become, a great salesperson? Was it all these things? Now, don't get me wrong. A great leader is a good salesperson, right? But you probably don't want to hold that role in your company because you got into business for freedom. Am I right? And so part of freedom means you have to let go of control, which means you've got to establish a certain amount of money, which is not a lot, but enough money that you dedicate your money towards paying for somebody who's great, which would be you as a leader to identify what's the next priority that you need to let go of. Because they're all priorities, right? What's the next priority that you need to let go of? And as you build your business, get in the habit of, like, basically deploying extra income. And I know you might say, I don't have extra income, but you will make extra income when your income has a purpose. And we want your purpose to be dedicated towards people. People are connected to purpose. There are many people out there that their purpose is to build your social media. Their purpose is to, do your accounting and get your taxes down. Their purpose is to multiply your money. I always say to my husband, I'm like, I don't think I'm the smartest person on the planet, but what I do know is that I'm really smart at finding smart people. And because I've spent the time building my leadership, I've really developed this opportunity to go, my money's got a purpose, and it's to pay for your purpose. And I reproduce money to pay for other people's purpose and expand their purpose, which become jobs and roles inside of HeartCore. And together we make a bigger difference in the world. So I just want to encourage you to, instead of trying to wear all the hats in your life, all the hats in your business, I don't wear the cleaning hat in my house. I don't wear the grocery shopping hat unless I really want to go putter around. I actually like grocery shopping. I do not cook in my house. Right? And I would rather play Uno with my son. I would rather not do my hair and go out for breakfast with my husband. I used to choose, like, doing my hair, like looking good, being professional. I used to choose all that over my life. And now I've realized I can do Facebook Lives in bathtubs, not naked, but clothed. Whole story to that. You could probably find that on YouTube. But I find that I'm willing to be imperfect because I'm willing to just be real and give to you. That's opened up a lot of freedom by letting go of control in my life. And so I just don't prioritize looking good anymore. I will, even a registration video or anything, I will prioritize giving to you before I will prioritize looking good. Now, that doesn't mean I don't ever do my hair and makeup. It doesn't mean that. It just means if it's going to get in the way of me working out or hanging out with people I love, I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose my health. I'm going to choose my friends, my people, and the people I love over looking good. So I don't know what's up for you next, but what I do know is that money loves speed, which means that let's not get into perfection over speed. Let's not get into perfection over speed. I'll leave you with this last thing. right now we are training inside of our company, inside of the Heartcore business team, and anybody in our team that wants to come, we're teaching them something called spiritual warfare, which is how to fight your problems in the spirit versus the physical. Why am I sharing that with you? Because we were given 12 prayers that work towards any challenge in your life. And one of the prayers that really stood to me, that I feel fits this message today, is the prayer of commitment. Once you dedicate a prayer to God, once you pray, maybe you call it the universe, I call it God, right? I feel God created the universe didn't create God. And so although I don't want to be called Tracy, I want to be called Shanda, I feel like God wants to be called God, right? And so that's my stand. So one of the prayers is the eighth prayer, is the prayer of commitment. And it says commit to let God have it, right? And it's in Malachi 3. In Malachi 3. So you can go look that up on the internet, Malachi 3. Even if you don't know how to spell it, Google will find it for you. Look for Malachi 3 in the Bible and commit to letting God have it. I would look for the New Living Translation, NIV translation, if you don't read the Bible, especially, because you'll be able to read it like a personal development book. It's called the NIV translation, and look for Malachi 3. Commit to let God have it. So when we meditate, when we pray, when we beg, by the way, begging is actually, it's actually a supplementation prayer. And there's a whole thing with that, but I'm not gonna get into that. So my point is that when you pray for something and the blessing comes into your life, it's really important for you to lead and take action on that blessing, and then commit the prayer to God. Let him have it. Let him handle it. It doesn't mean you don't work your business. It doesn't mean you don't work your land. In fact, Jesus talked about this a lot. I'm not trying to get religious on you. I'm actually just more spiritual. I'm not into religion at all. But it's really time to not work on just your intellect and your intelligence. Let spiritual realms come in and help you create and move it forward that you want. I've been getting blueprints. I have been having audible voices. I have been getting complete clear guidance on how to run this business, and it's all prospered. It's been on the back end of letting God have it through commitment prayers, and it's also been on the back end of not letting money master me. I give it away. So if you want to know more about this, please go ahead in the chat and just in the comment section and just let me know like what you want to know more about, like what opened up for you. And I'm happy to do any lives on any of this stuff as well. Although our platform is not about God, it's really about business. However, I just don't know how people do it without faith. I really don't. So faith gives you courage. And so often I see people have the courage and then they don't have the follow through, and they stop being courageous in their efforts because they think that that's a bad thing. I get out of the gates too fast, or I move too fast. That's a bad thing. Actually, that's a prosperity thing. The challenge is somewhere along the back end, persistence didn't kick in for follow through. And somewhere you told yourself a lie, or somebody told you an inner lie, and you grabbed a hold of that and made it true. And so you stopped. You do have the endurance to go all the way. You do have the persistence, the grit, the power to go all the way, but you've got to claim it. So I'm sending you so much love. I will talk to you soon. I'm on Flex Week this week, so I pre-recorded this Facebook Live for you, and I will always tell you when I pre-record them. In other words, I will see you next week. I'll see you next week, next Thursday at 10 a.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time on Coach with Shanda. Talk to you soon. Bye.